everyone, and welcome to Check It Out, the library talk show that lets you know what's happening in and around the Bethel Park Public Library. We're your hosts, Elaine Volpe
and Christine McIntosh, and September is
Love Your Library Month.
So thanks to the generosity of the Jack Buncher Foundation, all libraries in Allegheny County will receive a prorated portion of a $200,000 match pool to support their general operations. So all donations received during the month of September, up to a maximum of $500 per donor, per library, will count towards the match pool. So if you want to give $500 and then your spouse wants to give $500, it's considered two individuals, even though you are a family, and $500 would be matched. That doesn't discourage you. If you want to give us more, we'll still take it. And it's confusing, I think, for a lot of people because it's a prorated match, so we can't tell you exactly what it's going to be until all the money collected by the county libraries is added up. But it's usually about 25 cents on the dollar. So if you give us $1, we get a quarter match. And so, donate, come into the library. We have some lawn signs if you live in particularly those that live in a prominent place in the community, but anyone to show your love for the library. It's just, I've been driving back and forth when I'm coming back and forth from work, and I see some. And some people leave them out all year, which I love.
Yeah, that's great.
Which I love. So, and also if you make a donation, we do have small little tchotchkes. We have some Love Your Library stickers, tote bags, little buttons, little pins. So we thank you in advance. The Friends of the Library are hosting a pop-up book sale in the parking lot of Evie's on Saturday, September 28th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The money raised there will also be matched as part of the match pool. All fundraising does count. And this is part of a bigger Summerween event that Evie's is hosting. So it's like an open house for them. And for some of their tenants in the building, like Brittany Hollick State Farm Insurance Agency, opened up in the last couple of months, I think June or July, there in one of the buildings that are connected to the Evie complex. And there will be free food from noon to 2 by Ma and Pa's Country Kitchen. They have a food truck now.
So I didn't know that.
Yes, so they will be there. Providing free food. It's kind of an end of summer sale for Evie's, the pop-up book sale. I know Brittany's having an open house. So yes, it will be hopping. So if you get a chance, stop down and get some good. We have really good used books. We do. We have great used books. We have a new program starting. It's called Laughter Yoga. This will start on Monday, September 9th at 6 to 6:45 in the evening. It's presented by Mara Linehan. She's a certified laughter yoga leader. This reminds me, remember Mary?
The Laughter Club. I remember it well.
Mary
Mullen.
Mary Mullen.
I just ran into her recently,
oh,
actually.
Really? Yeah.
I did.
I haven't seen her recently.
Yeah,
but
she did a great job with that, and I feel like when she started it was kind of like a new thing.
It was a very new thing. So it's just, the benefits of laughter.
At any age.
At any age. So laughter yoga combines laughter exercises with yoga breathing techniques which bring more oxygen to your body and makes you feel more energetic and healthier. There is a commercial that's on right now, and I don't know what product or service it is for, but it's just a bunch of people laughing and how laughter is contagious and laughter is healthy. And they're laughing so hard. Every time I see the commercial, I start laughing.
I want to know what commercial it is.
Yes, I don't.
That is so true, though, right? Yeah. Like the old saying goes, laughter is the best medicine.
It certainly is. So join us for Laughter Yoga. And we are starting back with Adult Appy Hour, APPY, which I love this program. So you'll join Kaylee, who is our newest reference librarian. Join her at Appy Hour to learn about a variety of different useful and entertaining apps. During each session, we will explore several apps, provide downloading guidance, and then do like a demonstration of how the app works. So that will be Friday, September 13th at 10:30 a.m. You can register online for that. Wonder what, I didn't ask her what apps she's going to be featuring, but. And something I'm very excited about, you know how all summer we've been doing movies in the park with the rec department
Yes.
for families. Well, we have one coming up called Grown Up Movies in the Park, Friday, September 13th. So around 7:30, it'll start at dusk. So we're teaming up once again with the Recreation Department to offer you an outdoor viewing of the original Friday the 13th from 1981 at the Park Avenue Field, so over by the community center. Bring your blanket and your favorite movie snacks and enjoy a night out for adults. This is an R-rated movie. I mean, I am not going to act in place of a parent.
Right.
If
Parent
a parent
discretion.
Wants, right. It's
If you
up
have
to
like
the
a
parent.
teen or like even a,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends on your child, and that's up to the parent to decide. But know
Right.
that it is an R-rated movie. We are billing it as a grown-up movie night. It is an R-rated movie, just so you know. In case of inclement weather, we will show it in the community center auditorium, which I guess we did.
We did do the for the August one for Elemental, I believe was the movie.
Yeah. So we're having fun with this. I've
Yes.
been really enjoying
Yeah.
this. Dungeons and Dragons for adults on Sunday, September 15th from noon until 4 p.m. So join us for old school Dungeons and Dragons. It was very popular with the kids. So now we have an adult group and have had that adult group probably for a
I feel like it's
year.
been going on for about a year, maybe a little bit longer.
So new and experienced players are welcome. I've never played the actual like dice game. I've played the video game
I haven't played either.
on in television from 1980, I don't know, 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it was fun.
Yeah.
And there were dragons, and it was cool. We have Chernobyl, Aftermath of the World's Greatest Nuclear Disaster on Wednesday, October 2nd at 6:30 p.m. This is presented by photographer and author Michael Harriton, who collected the censored and forgotten stories of death and illness, rescue and medical workers, the children currently born with birth defects, and their abandonment and placement in orphanages. So he's going to have a large display of his photographs in and throughout the library during the month of September. So you can see some of the pictures that are from his book, but in a much larger format. So his book, which is titled Chernobyl, Aftermath of the World's Greatest Nuclear Disaster, will be available for purchase after the presentation. So it's a very interesting, it's kind of forgotten, and there's still a lot of after effects. And most people have left, but there are still some older people that live there, and they have some serious health issues because of the disaster. And it's coming up to my favorite season, spooky season. So we Whispering Souls Paranormal Investigations present Haunted Happenings Thursday, October 3rd at 6:30 p.m. Learn about the essential paranormal equipment you'll need to step into the spirit world. Experience the evidence captured by this group with the most modern ghost hunting equipment. This is suitable for all ages, but know your child if they're going to be frightened. But we do not, if there's kids that are interested, I always was as a kid, they're welcome to come too. And I know that the Historical Society is hosting a ghost hunt over at the Schoolhouse Arts and History Center. I don't know the date, but it's a great fundraiser for them, and it always sells out. So if you're interested, and get your tickets and possibly check out our ghost hunting kit, which is part of our Library of Things. We have a lot of, countywide, we have a lot of things, non-traditional items that you can check out. One of ours is a ghost hunting kit.
I think I saw somebody, and I don't know, these items aren't requested. Like you have to go to that library.
You have to go to that library, so we can't send them through delivery to another library. You can request them, but you have to come and pick them up here.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
I saw someone checking out, and it was just in passing, but it looked like a weed whacker or something.
No,
it was something. What was that?
It is a metal
It was a couple
detector.
days. Oh, it was a metal detector. That would make sense. Okay, because it was in this big, long,
Yeah.
like black case. I'm like, I didn't know we had that.
Yes, we have a metal detector. Those
Just
are
so
some of the
many
cool
unique things,
We have
though,
an air
like-
quality tester, a water tester, a radon tester. Wait, do we have the radon? Yeah, it just tests levels at that moment. A sewing machine.
Yeah, all kinds of cool
We
things.
have some really, really cool things. And if you want to see what the libraries have in the Library of Things, you can go to our catalog. And then from our catalog at the top, you'll see there's a tab that says Library of Things. Now that'll bring up everything that's in the county. but you can limit it to just Bethel if you want to know what we have. But I know Whitehall has specialty cake pans. Shaler has fishing rods and tackle. Millvale
like
has
do
tools.
and like yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So
that's,
it's
like,
a real. It fills a need. It fills a need.
absolutely.
So yeah, check that out. That's
Yeah,
a cool thing that
for
we
sure.
have. And just a few other things. One, we have our seventh annual golf outing coming up on Monday, September 23rd. That is a fundraiser for the Fantastic Four Charities, which is the Community Foundation, the Education Foundation, the Historical Society, and the library. It's always very popular. We have our enough golfers. We're still looking for a few sponsors. If you have a small business or you work for a corporation, we could use some sponsorship. And one of the fun things we started last year was the golf ball drop.
Yes.
So you purchase a ticket for a numbered golf ball, and then we have the fire company, Bethel Park Volunteer Fire Company, comes over to the country club with their ladder truck, and they drop the balls, the numbered balls that have been sold, and then the one that's closest to the pin, to the flag, wins $1,000 cash. So
That's fun.
it's a fun way to support the event if you don't golf, or if you don't want to or can afford a $100 dinner. So you can purchase those golf ball drop tickets from our website or in person at Evie's, True Value Hardware, or at the library. So we hope you will support us. And again, money from that event is also part of the Love Your Library match.
Oh, and that too will be matched.
Yes, that too will be matched.
And how much are the tickets for the golf ball drop?
They're $10 a piece, five for 40.
And I forget exactly how
10
that
for
works. You don't pick your
75.
number.
You don't pick your number. It's especially online.
Right.
It just takes the next number
Yeah, okay.
in sequence. So, but it's a lot of fun. I
Yeah, it's
really
exciting.
enjoy that. So that's what's going on with the adults this month.
Okay, so over to the children's side. It is September, which means our story times have started back up. I think I mentioned this on the last show, and I just want to remind our audience that we did eliminate one of the story times from our weekly cycle. So our story times, or early literacy classes, as we now call them, run on an 8-week cycle. So we now have Toddler Tuesdays, on Tuesdays, of course, Mother Goose on the Loose Wednesday mornings, and then Preschool Power on Friday mornings. So we eliminated the Thursday morning Baby Jam, but those will still be offered in the off months. So because we run on 8-week cycles, then our off months are November, February, May, and August. That's when we'll offer Baby Jam. So it's not going away entirely. I know it's still valued by the community, and there have been a lot of questions about it. And I personally love that story time, so I didn't really want to give it up either. So that's kind of what we figured out. We'll also be offering it sort of like pop-up here and there on a Saturday morning or even a Saturday afternoon. So for that, you want to just stay tuned on our Facebook page and just look for those announcements.
And just to clarify, Mother Goose on the Loose is for the same age group.
Exactly. That's why it made
Okay.
sense to eliminate Baby Jam. It serves the same audience, 0 to 3-year-olds.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's still an opportunity for that age group
Absolutely.
to have an early literacy class.
We are still covering, right. So if you
Awesome.
have a new baby or a baby, baby and toddler, Mother Goose is a great choice for you. Toddler Tuesdays is most appropriate for 2 and 3-year-olds. And then Preschool Power is most appropriate for 3.5 to 5-year-olds. And we really don't, those are just guidelines, right? Again, you talk about knowing your child. If you have someone who just turned 3 who you think will sit through Preschool Power and benefit from it, we don't card at the door. We're pretty open, and older siblings come all the time to our baby story times and love it just as much. So they're just guidelines for you to keep in mind. Really, you can attend any story time that you'd like or that is most convenient for you. So yeah, those are started back up, and I missed everybody. It was so much fun yesterday, Mother Goose. We had a full house, and I look forward to next week as well. There is still room in Dance Me a Story on September 9th. That's a Monday at 11 a.m. A story time that kind of it's very interactive, and it kind of talks about ballet and movement and kind of brings the magic of ballet to life for the youngest of audiences, right? And I think that's important to kind of introduce them to those types of things.
the arts.
When they're, to the arts while they're young. And it'll be fun. It's an interactive story time, that kind of highlights ballet and all the benefits of ballet. Along similar lines, the following Monday, we have another dance class for preschoolers. This is presented by Dance Workshop, who has come in the past. They're located in Casti Village, and they like to offer free sample classes here at the library. And if you do enjoy it, then of course you can get more information from them while you're here and do something on a more regular basis with them. But it's another just moving and grooving, interactive, fun exercise dance class to get your Monday morning going. So that's on Monday, September 16th. And she's going to do it twice. So you can choose your time slot, 10:30 or 11:30. And I believe there are still room in both. And then, just on the horizon, there's an interactive story time on October 14th. And of course, there's going to be a Halloween story time on Halloween, Thursday, October 31st, ages 2 through 6. Again, older, younger, welcome. Be sure to wear your costume because after story time, we will trick or treat around the entire building. We love to go through the library. I know you look forward to it.
One of my favorite things is to see the kids dressed up in their costumes.
So we'll stop at all the library offices and departments. And then we also go across the hall and visit the offices here in the municipal building. So it's a good time. You do have to register, and that is, again, Thursday, October 31st at 11 a.m. And then for kindergarten through 6th grade, we've been having a lot of fun. Yesterday was the first drama club session, but there is still room, and it's not too late to register. It is ongoing. Again, this will go for 8 weeks, but if you missed the first class, no big deal. Sign up and come to the next one. They are Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Of course, Nicole is heading that up for us, and she has a lot of drama, theater experience, so she's the perfect gal to be teaching this class. She's also doing Kid Librarian, which isn't really a program per se, like an in-person program, but this is an ongoing thing where if you would like to create your own book display, because I'm sure you've seen upstairs in our department, different book displays that we either have, on top of the picture book shelves or sometimes, on one of the round tables, but we always like to do displays. If you have a passion for a certain type of book, a genre of book, or just a hobby that you want to highlight, we can help you find books that center around that topic, and you can create your very own book display. This kind of reminds me when we had the collection case.
Yes.
Sort of, right? And kids got so excited about, showing off their dinosaurs or their
Collection
sticker
of
books
shells.
or seashells, whatever the collection was. So this is kind of an opportunity for you to, take one of your personal interests and share it with others. So Miss Nicole will meet with you on a one-on-one basis to kind of select the books, make some signage to make the display, eye-catching. And if you want it to be interactive, it can be interactive. So you could fill out a job application on our website, or you can pick one up in person. And then Miss Nicole will schedule that meeting with you and get you on the calendar for a book display. And I think we're going to keep them up, I guess depending on how much interest we'll get. They might stay up for a month at first, and if we get a lot of interest, they might only be a week or two, so that we could cycle through everybody. But it's something new that we're starting, and I think it's a lot of fun, and we want you to participate. So check that out. Doing the What's Cooking classes, we made poutine a few weeks ago.
Poutine.
I think you missed it. I think you were gone. I would have
I
given
was
you
gone,
some.
but I see that there's some cheese curds in the refrigerator. So
Or some cheese curds. I
I've been
snacked on a
eating-
couple too
yeah,
last week.
They're really good.
Yeah, we're going to be making chocolate sauce next. So we no longer hold those cooking classes in person, but we have them available to watch on our website, which is kind of nice because then you can do it, on your own time, and you can maybe watch them more than once and, maybe make the recipe multiple times. So they will be up. As we do them, they'll be up on our website and they'll be kept up all fall, but I do hope to keep this going year round. So it will happen again in the winter and the spring for sure. So yeah, up next, chocolate sauce. What's your favorite thing to drizzle chocolate sauce on? Because I was thinking of so we're making the chocolate sauce, but then I want to have different ideas of how you can use the chocolate sauce. I love drizzling it over fruit, right? Like chocolate-covered strawberries.
Yeah, chocolate-covered
delicious.
strawberries, yes.
It's fall. A chocolate-covered apple is delicious and somewhat healthy, right? I feel like you're... Oh, bacon.
Chocolate-covered bacon is so
We
delicious.
were talking the other day, Labor Day, I think, about candied bacon.
Oh, yeah,
Did you ever
that's
have,
good too.
with maple syrup, brown sugar?
Yes, I have. I've made it.
That's
and
really
taken it
good.
to a party.
Oh, there you
just
go.
cut the slices in half, cook them with the
Yeah.
brown sugar and
Yeah.
maple sometimes, like maple
I don't know if
syrup.
I've ever had the chocolate covered bacon though.
Oh,
so
it's
that's
amazing. You need
that's
thick
a good
cut. You have to get
idea.
the thick cut bacon, cut it in half, cook your bacon, let it cool, and then dip it.
Yeah.
And then you can just pick it up, you know. And, oh my
Sure.
goodness, it is delicious.
So when we make this recipe, you know, I'm going to tell the audience that you can jar it. You can make, you know, double batches if you'd like. Then you can pull it out, heat it up, and use it like whenever. But we like putting it on popcorn sometimes in our
popcorn,
house.
I've never done that. Ice
Yeah.
cream, of course.
Ice cream, of course.
Fruit, bacon.
Yeah. That's a good idea. There you go.
Now, my friend Carrie, who's from Indianapolis, they do biscuits and chocolate, what they call gravy.
Oh, like
yeah.
like
Biscuits.
a regular, like a bread
Yes.
biscuit.
And you just
Okay,
a little
okay, so
chocolate
that doesn't
over
really
it.
appeal to me.
It
but I guess
doesn't to
that's
me
like,
either, but
you know, bread pudding is a popular dessert. Some people love it, but I don't love. So much as I love bread and I love my sweets, I
Not
don't like
together.
yeah. I don't
unless
know.
it's cinnamon bread, then I'm okay.
Yeah, like the monkey bread.
Yeah.
That's true. So yeah, I guess there's exceptions.
Yeah.
Oh well, enough about that. What's Cooking is still going strong. We'll hope you'll check it out. Again, they'll be uploaded to our website on the Fall Into Fun Kids page. Alpaca Pals.
Oh, I can't wait.
We have a lot of people signed up. I know there's still room, so that's why I'm going to mention it. But you will want to register rather quickly. So yeah, we're going to read about alpacas, and then we're going to learn more about alpacas. I am curious to know what the difference between an alpaca and a llama is, so I'm sure she'll tell us that. We have someone from joining us, Mary Burns, from the Crafty Alpaca. She doesn't live far from here.
No.
I feel like she's Finleyville or somewhere down the road, but she's local, and so she has gone to other libraries and events like this to just share information and also to tell her where. She will have some crafty alpaca things, so keep that in mind if you are attending. But then the highlight of the program is going to be petting and
you get to
feeding
pet the alpaca.
a live alpaca. So someone asked me yesterday, there's going to be alpacas in the library? Probably not.
Come on.
Yeah, so we're hoping, fingers crossed, for good weather. We will either do it in the grassy area in the back parking lot of the library, or I guess if we had to do it like in the courtyard, we could. I think she's only bringing one.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah,
I'm not sure,
right.
but but no, that part. We'll read some stories and we'll learn about them inside, and then we'll go outside to pet the alpacas. So
I can't wait.
yeah, sign up for that. And then very quickly, I just want to talk about what's going on for our teens. Teen Tuesday, every first Tuesday of the month, and it's always going to be something different. We do ask that you register just so we can know who's coming and how many to prep for. This and That Thursdays is every single Thursday after school. You don't have to register for that.
What do we do at This and That Thursday?
So this is the first one, and I'm not sure. I think so. There's things, lots of ideas, right? One of the things I think she's going to do this month is cosplay ducks. So we bought little rubber ducks from Amazon, and we're just
Very
going to put out
cool.
Sharpies, and you can make like a Taylor Swift duck and give it big red lips, or you can make a I don't know, a rapper duck and
Batman duck.
give it, or you can do a Batman duck. Yeah. So just silly things like that for you to kind of unwind after a day at school. They're going to be set up in the teen lounge. It might be board games one day. It might be something artsy or crafty. It might be, she also is going to do like magnets for your locker.
Oh, cool.
September, back to school. I thought that was a fun one.
Yeah.
Little cool magnets that you can design and stick on your locker. So stop by the teen lounge anytime after school between 3 and 5 p.m. and just check out what's going on. And then you can stay, read a book, do your homework, hang with friends. It's a great place to be. She's also doing a book buffet, which is a teen book club that will also include dinner. So what's not to love? During the first meeting, I think you'll pick your book for the next month. So that first meeting is Tuesday, September 17th. So please register online or in person, or you can give us a call and we'll do it over the phone as well. D&D for teens. I don't know that we have, I have to check. I don't know if we have a lot of people signed up for September, but I think all my regulars are coming back. They're just, you have to get back into the swing of things, which is so understandable. However, I'm going to mention, I don't know that we have a meeting space on the 19th. So we might not be meeting until October. But if you are interested, sign up and then we will be in touch with you. So yeah, just a lot of fun stuff for all ages,
No,
as usual.
I love September because it's all, we have all new programs and all.
Yeah.
Besides our ongoing clubs, book clubs and button club
Right.
and Scrabble club. And
Right. And then, like you said, spooky season is on its way. We'll be doing our annual book character pumpkins. That's always a lot of fun. I don't have an idea yet for mine.
I don't
but,
either. I have
you
to think
know,
on that.
need some
I'm all into the
inspiration.
golf outing right now. So as soon
Yeah,
as
you're
that's
in
finished, I will.
One track mode.
Correct. Correct.
Speaking of books, not that I could do a book character pumpkin on this, but I'd like to kind of like spotlight a different book every show. Sometimes it's a picture book, sometimes it's a chapter book, sometimes it's a young adult book. This is a juvenile chapter book that I just read called The Color of Sound. And this young lady here, she's 12 years old. She's a musical prodigy. And she has what's called synesthesia. Do you know what that is?
I do not know.
I
what
didn't either until I read the
synesthesia.
story, but she can see colors through sound,
That would be cool.
right? It's very cool. So she is this amazingly talented musician with the violin. She's a violinist. And you can imagine if you had that kind of talent, what your parents would want you to do.
Yeah.
They'd want you to practice every day,
Of course.
right? They would want you to perform because they wouldn't want to see this wonderful talent go to waste. But if you're a 12-year-old talented musician, what do you want to do?
I want to sit in my room and play it by myself and enjoy it for my own benefit.
Right. So, as much as you enjoy doing it, you're 12 years old. You also just want to kind of go out and do other teen. She's on the verge of, her teenage years. She just wants to go out and be a teenager and have fun. And she wants people to see her for more than just the girl with the violin, right? Mm-hmm. The girl who's this,
Prodigy.
Yeah. So she's kind of struggling that. And it's a story about her relationship with her mom and her dad, but mostly her mom and her grandparents. Her grandmother is a Holocaust survivor, so there's a little bit of history tied into here. But it's just, I think, so relevant whether or not you love music. I mean, certainly if you're a musician, this book is for you. But even if you're not, it just sends this wonderful message about family and kind of managing those relationships. I think 12 years old is a hard time.
It's a hard time.
For parental relationships with your parents, but also friendships.
Oh, that's, yes.
It's just a tough and awkward time. So it's about kind of dealing with that. And like I said, the real message is being true to yourself. And she wants people to know her for her, who she is, not just the musical prodigy.
I want to read that.
So yeah, it's a wonderful story. The Color of Sound by Emily Barth Isler. We, of course, have a copy. This may be one of the titles on the Children's Choice Awards list this year. More information on that forthcoming. But yeah, it's a wonderful book. I would highly recommend. Solid 8 out of 10 stars, right? So I can't put it up there on my top favorites, but it's definitely a memorable book that will stick with me for a while. So I give it an 8 out of 10. And I recommend it to you all. Middle grade, I would say, 4th grade and up.
And for adults, because I'll be
Or for
reading it.
adults, right. Absolutely.
Love it.
All right. Well, as always, if you have any questions or comments on any of the things that we talked about on today's show, you know what to do. Go ahead and give us a call.
Visit our website.
Or better yet, stop in and see us in person. Have a wonderful rest of the month, everybody, and we'll see you again soon.